I honestly, you probably could. I think you would do it.
Like, I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah, I think you could do it. I think you could run out a window. Classic.
It's like we're on the road. It's such a weird feeling. Where
Live from Perth,
where
Australia.
are we today?
We've been everywhere. Ugh.
We've been speaking to people everywhere.
We have moved around.
Yeah, we're not actually everywhere, but we're speaking to people everywhere. Welcome back to the show. This is like the 25th or 26th episode. It feels weird at the moment because we've been so hodgepodgey in the way we've been speaking to people because we've done so many interviews, but none of them have been released yet. So I don't even know what, but hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit that button.
Hit them all.
But we've been tested.
We have been tested.
Was it your first time?
No, it's my second COVID test.
It was mine too. It doesn't get any easier.
No, the uncomfortable feeling of having a swab shoved down your nose. Yeah, I don't know, so deep down the nose. It's just...
It's up the nose. It's actually up the nose.
Up the nose. Well, I was leaning back. It felt like it was down.
You're leaning into it.
But no, because we did the drive-through ones this time, and I didn't even put the car in park, in neutral, or anything. I had my foot on the brake and the clutch same time, and I was like,
I thought you were going to say foot on the gas.
This is dangerous. I might run someone over here accidentally. Like, I didn't think this through, but it all felt so rushed.
Actually, it's so funny you say that because my car wasn't in park either. I guess it was in drive, but foot on the brakes, but I was filming it. So luckily there's no cops nearby because that would have been...
Why were you doing a self-podcast by yourself? Because you did want to do it.
That's what I wanted.
Drive through.
I wanted to do a podcast where we were all in a car. Because apparently the lines were massive. It was about an hour. I'm like, perfect length for a podcast. We'll sit in the car, we'll all talk, we'll set it all up, and we can just have a little GoPro facing us, and it'll be a little We're Getting Tested podcast. But I'm not. I'll film me getting tested just to film the reaction. So I just broke the law.
How was the reaction? How did it come out?
It was painful, but part of me also doesn't want to like show pain. So the video was actually terrible.
You'll never release it.
No,
you can't. I
might release it, but and then so you went home and I went home, and what were you doing? Like, it's so weird to be like not actually allowed. Whether you go home and do nothing for a day and a half. It's a lot easier than being told to not leave the house for a day and a half.
Because on a Friday night, at the moment, like, I would probably have just stayed home anyway. But you're right. The fact that you're not allowed to go somewhere, you suddenly get
whether you're going to do it or not.
I just want to go for a drive. Why can't I go for a drive? This is bullshit. I'll stay in my car. But you're like, no, I'm not going to go anywhere because I couldn't be bothered dealing with the hassle. If anything were to, like, I wanted to just drive.
So you were going to go somewhere?
No, I was never going to go anywhere, but I felt the urge to. A lot more than I would on
It's time to go to a party.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's time to party.
Everyone come over to my house. It's fine. Like, I'll host you.
That's what happened. Everyone came over to my house. It was insane. Did you get any TV shows or movies?
I don't think I did. I think I was just YouTube.
What are you watching on YouTube at the moment?
Just lots of car things. Surprise, surprise. But lots of like different videos on just people doing stuff to their cars. Not that interesting. Like, I forget half the things I watch too. Like, I don't even retain some of the information. I'm just like, it's useless. That's what that was. It was useless scrolling.
Bad, useless. And the Formula One. Have you been watching the
Formula One? Absolutely.
Are you up to? Have you watched the new series, The Drive to Survive?
Yeah, that's what got me into the Formula One. That show was so well done. Like, you feel for the people. Like, you actually like feel connected to the drives. You're like, okay.
I'd love to know what that's done for the sport, because apparently everyone's watching Formula One now.
I'm sure it's grown it, because...
I'd love to know, but like, is there a number that shows how much it's grown it by?
There must be. Well, Netflix never released their figures in terms of how many people are watching the actual show, but I reckon we could get...
I'd love to know just like Formula One's, the
viewership, and how many people.
That'd be interesting to know how much has been involved. And one of the things as well with the marathon, with COVID testing, was the marathon was cancelled. I've never seen. Probably when you got your car, that's probably the only time I've seen you as happy as hearing that the marathon was cancelled.
No, I was disappointed. I was actually moving that off the table because it's going to be a pain in the ass. But I was disappointed, Luke.
I was disappointed.
I was so sad that the marathon...
You don't need to look so happy.
I mean, look, the preparation was laxed.
What was it? Because you sort of
There were just a
didn't
few
wanna speak.
runs there.
How many?
I don't know, man. It would have been...
Like, can you count the number?
Yeah, definitely could count it. Like, it would be... It might have been 6 over the whole time, which is not enough.
No,
No.
definitely not enough. That's for sure.
But they were like 8K runs, you know what I mean? So you add them up together and it's almost a marathon.
6 times 8 is 42.
Yeah. I worked it out. I'm like, I hit the marathon already. Like, that's it. We're done.
And then
I don't know. For whatever reason, like, I was so keen on it the first, like, month when we started the challenge. I'm like, challenge accepted. Oh, let's do it.
the whole energy, the sound of it got you in.
The energy, but then after that month, I'm just like, I mean, I'll do it. And then it slowly progressed down to, yeah, I reckon I'll finish. I'll just see how I go. Like, I lost the will for it.
You didn't give a fuck.
I didn't give a fuck.
You didn't give a fuck.
It's hard for me to give a fuck about things. And that I did for a month, but I didn't give a fuck for it after that month. Like,
Did you even give a fuck for a month? Because
initially, I had this self-belief that I was going to do it. Like, I'll do it.
Because even your initial excitement, you weren't running. You were just excited about it. And you were just talking about
Some
it.
ketos.
Yeah.
Getting healthy, ready to go.
That was the reason to stop keto.
It was the reason to stop keto. That's right. Then
there was no reason to stop keto.
I mean, like I said, in the beginning, there was a little bit of training initially, and then it just like,
Yeah, but a little bit wasn't actually the amount that's required either.
Absolutely. Oh. It was going to be a wing it. I'm going to wing this, but yeah. There wasn't enough incentive about it. I must need heaps of incentive to do something like that, but...
Well, what would get you to do it?
That's the thing. I have no idea.
If you put your own money on the line, I mean, you put $180, the entrance fee, but if you put more money on the line, if you didn't do enough training, and say enough training is 3 times a week running for 10 weeks, would you do it if you put $500 on the line?
I probably would be more inclined. I think that's it. Like, money would
how much money would need to be on the line?
I think even like... Well, it depends what the stipulation was. Finish the marathon. I had in my head I was going to finish it regardless anyway.
No, but just to actually do the training. How much
be
money?
held to the training. Oh, yeah, if it was... Yeah, I think I'd figure like 500. Like, if I didn't do 3 runs a week.
For 10 weeks?
10 weeks. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to lose $500 for that. That's probably it. You're probably right.
What about $200? You'd be okay to lose $200 if you didn't do
probably
3 runs a week?
No, I'm too stingy. It probably just has to be any amount of money. Like, I'm actually losing.
Jesus. Really?
Yeah, like $200. I reckon I probably would have done it.
But the barrier is so little.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it doesn't actually require much money at all for you to go all in.
Because I don't lose anything except my initial 180 to get into the marathon. But I still get to run the marathon. Like, that's the only experience.
I'm aware I did it for free.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't mind losing that. But any more money than that, I probably wouldn't want to lose that. That would seem like a waste to me. I don't know. You're trying to get into my psyche here now, Luke.
No, I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand what would actually get you to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the threat of losing money, but then I would never put that bet on.
What if...
I would never put that bet on. That's the thing.
I've heard of this. I think it's called Stick. It's a company that if you want to set a goal for yourself, you make a pledge so that you say, okay, I want to run a marathon and I'm going to pledge $500. And I think they say it's got to be 1% of your yearly income for you to feel it. So if you earn $50,000, that's...
500.
Okay, 500. Yeah, like whatever it is, just like a number so that actually stings. And then... if you don't do it, you've got to give that to a charity that you don't like. So it could be like so it could be like the American Pro Gun Association or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. I would then in my head rationalize that's actually a good cause. Like
because worst case,
well, that's actually a good cause.
No, but it's going to some place that you really don't want to support.
No, but I would change my mind if I'm paying them.
You'd be like, oh, switch this charity. Like, let's make it
a really good one.
The
actually.
Kids Hospital Foundation. Bloody hell!
That's
and then
interesting concept.
It's been weird speaking to so many people as well. Like in the last 2 weeks, we've probably spoken to like 10. No, not 10. Maybe like 5.
It was like 5 or 6 athletes, like 7, 8 different people. Yeah.
But how many like in normal life? How many new people are you speaking to on a weekly basis? Like I feel like I'm unless you're first day at a new place where you meet like 10 or 15 people, but there's not that many days where you actually meet new people and speak to them.
Actually getting to depth. Like retail, you meet people every day.
You cross
meet
paths, yeah.
Ton of people. You probably have a conversation, get like a base level understanding of few people a day. But you're not getting in depth about like what do you do?
Yeah,
What is your
but like actually meeting someone.
What is your psyche? That's different. Yeah, I think it's more than usual, unless like you said, first day of school, first day of uni, first day of whatever.
Yeah, so it's sort of weird.
It's weird because it's been a while.
It's like how do you interact?
Yeah, because it's a different setting too. It's not just like a casual. You just meet them because you got to work with them for the next few months. So yeah, start a conversation, see what they're about. It's like you're forcing.
We're trying to make a forced arrangement as casual and as simple as possible. And sometimes we did well.
Yeah, I think we did well. It's sometimes easy to do, sometimes it's not. It depends on us, depends on them. It depends on everything.
But yeah, it just crossed my mind like. It's I think awesome the opportunity that we've had to speak to so many new people and fucking awesome people that are doing really cool shit. But like, how often do you speak to new people?
Like it's not often. It's not 5 in one day. Like we
no, yeah. like I've just learned about so many new people.
And on Zoom though, so like it didn't feel that much like a meeting.
True, it wasn't a physical.
If we had 5 people coming in and doing interviews with them, that would have been like a completely different experience. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
But it would have been completely different.
But I feel like I agree, but you still get the vibe of the person. You still understand how that person sort of thinks and operates, which was really cool. And I think because we haven't been doing this for too long, but it's sort of exciting the fact that like it's the opportunity to speak to so many people that like you just don't get the opportunity to. It's a cool excuse.
Olympians
it's
are
a
like
fucking dope excuse.
Jade from the 30 under 30 in Forbes, like
Forbes listed.
These are legit like winners in terms of like.
How are we pulling them?
Just DM.
Yeah, like I don't get it though.
It's awesome. Just like Olympians, you grew up watching the Olympics. Like you like
everyone watches
these people.
They're on TV. They're on Channel 7.
It's what motivated me to do journalism. Like I want to talk to athletes, like because I want to do sport journalism. I want to talk to these people who are really good at sport. So it's like. Oh, it's still a podcast. We're doing a journalism degree for. It's still a podcast.
Ballers had me think about it. Ballers had me think about journalism and being an agent. That was the two things that...
What got you interested in journalism from Ballers? I mean, I'm seasons.
As in nothing got me into it. Like, I did neither of those things. But I'm like, fuck yeah, just being around that lifestyle and around the players, the athletes, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
So like, how could I get around that?
That would be podcast again. Yeah. We've got to get an agent on now.
Yeah. Because they know everyone.
They'd know everyone, but what would they say? They wouldn't say anything, would they?
They're not allowed.
You need a
we got NDA on this, NDA on that.
You need a retired agent. That's what we need. We need a retired.
Yeah, but they still got NDAs, non-disclosures. They couldn't be able to spill any beans.
Oh, just forfeit.
Even trying to get the beans on Cody Simpson last night.
He's just not going to get anything.
Yeah. They're all tiptoeing.
Well, I mean, but what are you going to do? Like, he's a future teammate, like someone you competed against. And
probably, yeah.
What are you going to do? Like, you can't talk shit on people.
No, we're just hoping for an inside scoop. But last night, no, it was this morning, I was speaking to Mum, and she was saying Geordie needs to go to a party on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
And got talking, and I said, oh, okay, whose party? Oh, it's one of his white mates. You, a white lady whose white son is going to a white party. Like, why do you need to address that? Like,
it's a hilarious thing because, like, as a Greek household growing up, like, going to your Aussie mate, I've heard that thrown around a lot. Like, got an Aussie friend's house, but a white friend is still there.
Yeah, it's one of his white friends.
What does she think you guys are? Like,
I don't know.
We're olive.
Yeah, I'm like, we're not culture. Like what is this? But I think it's because most of his mates are Indian. So, like, we sort of assume
he's going to
an Indian party.
Oh, he's going to a white mate's party. It's interesting. This is different.
This is a culture shock.
Wow.
But it was so weird. And then it got me thinking as well, because sending a message to a friend who's African, dark skin, whatever.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
fine.
And he sends back the muscle emoji in black. And I want to send an emoji back, but what color emoji do you send back?
I think naturally you got to go. You just go white.
No, but there is no. But then what? Am I not acknowledging the fact that he's black? Yellow's the safe ground because yellow is like, I'm confused. I'm new to this. I'm just gonna stumble along.
Yeah,
but do I send black back to match him? But I'm not black. Do I send white back and then black and white's just clashing at that point? Like, what do you do?
Dude, you've got to just look at yourself. If there's like an olivey white, you send back the white.
Yeah, but black and white, is that right?
Black and white is... Oh, absolutely black and white is right, mate. That's fine.
White is right.
Yeah, I know white is right. We've moved on from that.
Yes.
We've moved on from that.
Yes, we have.
It's okay. You can acknowledge your whiteness and be like, that's fine. I'm a white guy.
It was just really weird because I'm like,
had you not had that before? Is this the first time?
I didn't want to seem obnoxious to the fact that he's black and that I am white, and then he's sending a black emoji. So
I think you've overthought this, to be honest with you.
100%.
I think
100%.
I think he's just like,
it's probably his automatic one. Mine's yellow one, and I'm just automatically sending that back.
Emoji. I'm representing my own emotion in my own body. Fucking, I'm black. I'll send the black emoji. You're white. You send the white one. What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's just weird.
I think you've overthought the gravity to which someone thinks about it.
There's so many options though when you're sending.
Because I'm weak with my emoji game. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, do you get like a whole palette of colors you choose from?
I think there might be like 4 or 5. The big ones are the white, black, and yellow. But then they've started to get shades.
Really?
A couple of shades.
There's an olive one? I'll be
I don't think there's an olive. There probably is something like it.
Like slightly darker.
I'm not too sure. If you hold down the emoji, it'll pop up with the color options.
No.
It's sort of thing when you're pressing the E, you can then get the different accents over the E. It's like, are we speaking French, Hebrew, or English here?
Is emoji the next language though?
I think so.
Is that where we're going? Like actually universal language, emojis.
Because everyone understands it.
Bring back hieroglyphics or whatever like that.
It's the new hieroglyphics.
100%.
It's so much easier to communicate. We don't need to learn a language because we already know it.
We know facial expressions. We know
it's the most basic thing.
Strong.
What means strong? That means strong.
Yeah, the bicep. I'm wearing a thick jumper. You wouldn't be able to see me, but there's a lot under there.
I'm sure.
There's
so much.
Yeah.
But I think it could be the way. I think it could be the way though.
I think it's definitely a potential to like talk to people you don't understand. If emojis can get so complex, whereas like you can formulate sentences from. It might be worth just loading down a language.
How would you say, I'm feeling tired today, eggplant? I just filled that in.
You want the eggplant a part of it?
No, I wouldn't be sending the eggplant.
Yeah.
I'd be sending the... No, you'd be sending the peach. Okay, if you want... No.
I feel like tired today. You just do a sleepy face.
Do you want
daytime?
Do you want to... Okay, so
emoji,
you're asking a girl over. Do you want to come over... That's the question. You'd be adding a winky face at the end, but how do you phrase up the do you want to come over? Is it car, road, house? And then peach?
You could do like point finger. House. Picture of you. You could get creative.
You actually could do it.
Oh, 100%. It exists. It's being done right now. Someone out there right now is typing an emoji.
I'm going to only communicate in emojis for the next day.
Yeah.
Just to see how it is. And I can report back.
I reckon you're going to get a lot of questions like, all right, what are we doing here?
But I think
people are
going
to start to adopt. They're going to start to adopt.
They might understand.
Why are we wasting time writing sentences when you can just put a picture?
Imagine how direct you'll be. Come over.
Yeah, cut out the bullshit. Just like straight away.
Like it's 2 buttons. It's like, do you want to come over for sex? 2 buttons.
Well, he did it. He didn't say that, so he's not being too forceful. He just did a picture. Yeah, you're.
And then you could add a question mark because then it's just like
proposing. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're not saying it's not going to happen.
This is going to happen.
Yeah, that's.
How do we both feel about this?
Yeah.
That seems like the right way to go about it, though.
I think
that is manners.
You should definitely try it and you should report. And I'll watch from a distance and.
We can see how it plays out.
I have high hopes for you, Luke. I think it'll work out wonderfully.
It could do, but also Ed Sheeran did a live with TikTok, 5.5 million views.
That's not bad.
It's very fucking good.
In terms of TikTok lives, how's that compete? That's like
That's the best.
That's
That's
best.
the best. Yeah.
Because I'm live too. That's right. Yeah, that's correct.
At one time, 5.5
Oh, that
million.
was like it wasn't just.
No, like
That was its peak. 5.5 million.
one time. That's a lot of people.
That's a big concert.
It's a fucking. It was at a soccer stadium in Ireland or something, wherever the fuck that red-haired fuck's from. Is it Ireland? I don't even know.
I mean, I think
gotta
he's
be
English, bro. I think he's just English.
Is he? No, he's red hair.
Yeah, but there are some red-headed English people.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think they're all from Ireland.
No, I reckon he's English. Ed Sheeran, one of the biggest. We should know, but he's English. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I think Irish English.
Look, I'm not going to fight you on it because I don't actually know.
No, neither.
But it's a lot of people. How big was the stadium? And was it packed out?
No.
Or they
It
were
was
COVID?
virtual.
So why was he at the stadium?
Because they
just
had to
'cause of
use the
whole
facility,
show?
yeah. So they had the stage set up and then had a fucking thing for effects. Whole setup in an empty stadium.
I tuned in randomly. I think this might be when
They
I
wouldn't
downloaded
notify you.
TikTok. I tuned in at him like 5 minutes until I was like, oh, I'll watch this. I never watched it because I lost interest with the 5 minute lead up. But 5.5 million people
At one time.
He's good. His music's good. It's easy listening. Like,
And then apparently, I wish I remember the numbers. But so he's just released a new song, and it was just a ridiculous number of people that are now dancing or making TikToks to his song. So it's just like the best way. The Weeknd did it for the Super Bowl. He performed at the Super Bowl for free, but then 2 days later he released tickets for his tour, sold out in minutes.
Yeah,
it's just the biggest free ad space to promote your work, and then it fills up, or in this case, people are TikToking to your song.
Does he get anything from people TikToking to a song, or just pushes the song so people are more interested in coming?
I'm not sure if there's a direct correlation, but the benefits of just like being relevant is enough to monetize in another way. And
that's crazy though. 5.5 million people.
So many people. And Jeff Bezos down from Amazon bought a $500 million yacht. What does that yacht look like?
It's no longer a yacht anymore. It's a ship.
It's a fucking. It's a cruise liner.
We said it has P&O. He bought P&O.
He bought Princess fucking Cruise Lines.
Like, what do you need a yacht for? Like, what's even on it? Why? What are you gonna?
How many basketball courts? How many cinemas are on this yacht? How many indoor pools?
Like, what do you do with a yacht?
Is it a yacht that sleeps 20,000 people?
Like, does he have that many friends? Like,
Probably not.
Does he have enough friends where like a
Probably
yacht
not.
that
It's
big?
probably too much of a security risk for someone worth 200 billy. Is he worth 200 billy?
Wasn't he 265? Was that for some
I don't
reason
know.
that
His
number
wife
sticks
cut it in half though.
Well, I thought that was after all. Oh, yeah,
That was a while, maybe a year
Look,
ago.
He's worth enough money where it doesn't really matter, but it's. I don't. What do you need? I mean, of course, you just do it because you can.
You might as well.
That's literally like, why not?
He's just stimulating a whole fucking economy at that point.
Don't pay tax. Don't just spend the spare money. I
There's
would
probably a tax
be.
write-off. if he takes it from Monaco to Italy, then that's a business expense or something.
What do? They got in trouble recently, like all those big companies in America, because of some like, not in trouble, but like people like found out about the loopholes that they can use because of their size. And I can't remember exactly what it was, so I won't even go into it, but it's crazy how like little
They've got
tax
so
that they
many-
have to pay.
So many tax benefits.
Literally none because of.
Is that fair though? Because Amazon, I think, is the second biggest employer in America. Walmart's the biggest. The fact that they're employing so many people, they've got everyone else paying tax.
Yeah, it's.
At what point does it like, okay, you're bringing in enough tax-paying people that, you know what, we don't care.
It's weird though because it's like not taxing the people who can afford to be taxed.
Yeah.
Like you're taxing the person.
It's-
And it wasn't. I heard on a podcast. I think it was the Joe Rogan one with the Saga and
Yeah, I know which
Crystal.
episode, yeah.
Yeah, but they were talking about how like the majority of people who get audited in America are like 50K and under earners. Like 50K years. Like
It's insane.
it was a huge percentage of the people who get audited. And you're like, why are you auditing people like earning that much? You're probably just like,
What for?
they put uniform too high on their like tax return instead of.
Yeah, they've done
They
too many
put $300 instead of $200, and
Yeah.
then they're like, "Nah, we need to audit you for this." Like,
Yeah, well,
It's crazy.
Dad was saying the similar thing about the ATO and small businesses because they're noticing a lot of people not paying tax on the small businesses, and he goes like, while a lot of what they're doing is illegal, it's not intentional. The business is fucking struggling, and the last person they're going to pay is the government.
yeah,
They're going to pay all the other
Pay the
suppliers,
staff, pay the
all the
people there,
staff,
yeah.
everyone else first, and then if they can't pay someone, it's going to be the government.
Yeah.
So like these aren't, in a lot of instances, some of them are, but I guess the huge majority of small businesses that aren't paying taxes are just because they're saving the last dollars to pay off their employees, pay the fucking lumber coming in for their delivery. Like,
yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. Like the bigger you get, the less you have to pay in order to maintain. That's like you're just too big to
at what
have
point,
to worry
yeah.
about what everyone else has to worry about.
And at what point,
Weird.
like Jeff Bezos, do you just start giving away money?
Apparently he doesn't. Like that's what
He's the one that does.
he just does it. He's just like fuck you.
Well,
like,
I think
which is fine. Like I don't.
I think he's donated 10 billion just recently.
He has.
Which is
Was that him or
which
his?
is a huge
I know his
number.
wife was donating, or his
I
ex-wife
think
was
he's
donating.
just
a ton.
throwing it away. I don't think she's donating. I think she's just.
Yeah, she literally is like, I'll
I
keep
don't
a
need
billion,
this,
but the
yeah.
rest of it will donate. Like, oh, you'll probably be all right with that.
Yeah, I think
you can manage. Yeah,
There's enough fine wine that you can just keep to having on Tuesdays that you'll be okay.
but what does 10 billion can get a lot done. So I guess it doesn't matter if he cares if like about whatever he's donating to. If, like he's donating 10 billion, like what are you gonna do? Like you don't care about. He's giving what he cares about. Like
It's still a small
the
percentage of his net worth.
it's not much, but what do you expect? Like,
I think people
do you want
hope-
50%? 50% of everything?
Well, what's the giving pledge? I think there's a pledge where when they die, they're giving more than 50% of their net worth to charity. There's a
Right.
pledge about that, and most of the big billionaires are on that.
You
But
may as
Bezos
well.
Isn't.
You
Like,
may.
at what point? Like, I got it. The bag's been secured.
He's just like, no, it's mine. Like I earned this.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think you can be that mad at him for it. Like, I don't know if I could be that mad. Like, you would rather he do it. And I think if we were in that situation, we'd probably be given a bit more than he is. But, like, it's his.
It's his. He's earned it.
He created
He's
it.
earned it.
Like, he gave half to his ex-wife. Like, that's giving.
Fucking oath. Yeah. Everyone that's been through a
And
divorce.
she's donating on his behalf by the sounds of it. So it's like,
That's true. Yeah, she's donating on his behalf. That's a
I
good
mean,
point.
I don't know. Like, I don't really. Should help if you can, but
It's those big companies. And what was the thing about Woolworths and Bunnings?
oh yeah, they like put their hand up to be like vaccination hubs for COVID in Australia, but just
It's unbelievable.
hilarious because everyone who got COVID in Brisbane went to Bunnings, so it's like
Yeah. And it's like Coles. Everyone goes to Coles. Oh, sorry, Woolworths anyway.
well, the same. But it's like, well, they're just jumping the gun. They're just like, all right, people with COVID don't come here anyway. Let's just vaccinate them before they
Let's
get
just
here.
fucking vaccinate
Let's just stop the bad press. It's not bad for the press though. Bunnings is booming.
Bunnings is doing okay.
Mate,
They're always so busy though. Home renos, they're just crushing it at the moment.
It's just, I guess people want to do stuff themselves. Like it's easier, especially at the
Yeah.
moment. Maybe they're more time.
And to me, it sounds like when I heard that, I'm like, oh, they're just trying to bring people in, sort of like the dodgy guy in a white van giving out candy to the kids. Like, come in.
Which is crazy because they don't need to bring more people in. Like
I mean, they'll take it.
they have a lot of the market already. Where else do you go for home runners? You go to Bunnings. Their competition's dead. Like Mitre 10, whatever. Is that even a
Mitre
thing?
10 gone, Masters gone.
Yeah, like there's no competition for Bunnings.
No.
Tradesmen, like that's it. Like actually getting someone to just do the work for you. And then Woolworths. I guess they got Coles. Coles is as big if.
Yeah, Coles is. But Coles do have competitors.
Like who?
You've got Woolworths, but then there's a lot of bigger chains whose name I can't remember.
Aldi.
But yeah, true. Aldi. There's a couple of others though. There's a couple
Really?
of
You call like Drake's and all that. Do you reckon?
That's what I was thinking
but
of
they're
Drake's.
Not, they're not on the same IGA. They're not on the same level.
Similar playing field though. Like
Nah.
people that go to
You got
Drake's
Cole-
or IGA could go to Woolworths.
Yeah, but you
they're
go you
not.
go Coles and Woolies, or if you think you're a hipster or cool, you go to IGA or Drake's. If you just want to be
spend
different,
more per item.
Because you're about small Okay, medium-sized,
Yeah.
medium-large-sized business because they're not small businesses either. I guess IGA's a franchise. That's like one of their appeals.
I think Drake's are too.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure.
There's not many around.
Yeah,
Like one close to here. That's why I even know what it is. Didn't know what it was till
yeah. And then
2 years ago.
and then the UFC this weekend as well.
Big fights. Oh, Conor McGregor's ultimate will he fight UFC anymore? Essentially,
It's
what does he do?
It's a loss sort of puts him in a coffin.
I think so. I think a loss that ends the UFC career. In terms of maybe no, he'd probably still be allowed to fight, but he wouldn't be the draw.
I think Conor
was.
McGregor will still get enough fights regardless.
Yeah,
Whatever he's doing, as long as he's breathing and punching.
the aura will be gone. Do you think the aura's gone already?
I think the aura has gone, but people are still believing him now as an underdog. So I think that aura
enough
has
there.
picked up a little bit. So there's a little bit of kindling there. But you keep losing fights, you start losing hope. Everyone else starts losing hope for you.
Yeah, because he's no longer this almost like god-like figure. He's like incredible, top of the things. Like he's like
He's
a
no
lot
longer
of these
phenom.
other guys. A lot of other guys have lost 5-6 fights. He's not there anymore.
He's lost a lot of fights now.
He's lost 5. I think 5 in the UFC is what I was just looking at the card before. He's lost 5, which is, I mean, it wouldn't fly in boxing. It wouldn't be a draw in boxing.
But even on the come up, if you've lost 5 fights, no one's looking at you.
No, you need to start. You need
It's
to get
only
on a
because
heavy
he's-
winning streak, and if you to overcome that.
The fact that he's on the way out, people are sort of more forgiving with that. But this weekend, 6 loss, I'm presuming.
It's a big fight. It's like it's big for him.
I think this is just the best money grab that was available to him.
It's interesting. A trilogy. People love a trilogy. One each.
Yeah.
Who's going to be?
It's a movie.
Yeah.
And the UFC are playing that card too. They've done their own little promotions and press for it, helping build that narrative. I can't see it being that big of a fight.
It'll be entertaining. We'll be watching it because even the rest of that main card is like there's some interesting fights on there. Not that I've been following that much recently, but some of the names you recognise. One of them is an Aussie heavyweight, Tai Tuivasa, I believe. Against.
He's not Islander.
I think he's white. Yeah.
Is he?
But no.
Bullshit.
He's I can't even remember at this point, but he's fighting ex-NFL player Greg Hardy.
That's right, yeah.
Who's, I don't know, like Tai Tuivasa or whatever. He should dominate that.
He sounds like the tour from the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah,
Tua
maybe that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I get it so confused. Let me get the name
Get the
right.
names
So
up.
I don't just.
We don't even know the names of the UFC card at the moment.
See, there was a good period. No, Tai Tuivasa.
Two of us.
Tai Tuivasa is the
Miami Dolphins
Dolphins
QB, yeah.
I apologise, Ty.
First round pick.
Yeah, but no, it'll be interesting. It's been a while since I've watched.
When was the last big UFC fight? Because, there's been a fair few. Kamaru Usman fought recently?
The last big one I cared about was freaking years ago. It was Conor McGregor versus Khabib. That's the last one. Years ago. That's the last one
It was last year.
You sure?
Conor McGregor and Khabib was last year.
Felt like so long. It felt like years. You sure?
Definitely last year. Yes, yeah.
Must have been early though.
No, look it up. Look it
Is
up. Because that was definitely last year.
It's already halfway through this year, so I could definitely be blanking out. But no, that was a hell of a fight. That was 2018, man. What are you talking about?
Conor McGregor, no.
2018, Elson Downer. That's like 3 years ago. Jesus Christ.
What? No, it can't be.
Yeah, 100%. October.
They've
7th.
fought recently though. Have they done more than one
I
fight?
thought it was just the one. And then Khabib went on, fought someone else, and then retired or whatever.
No.
Yeah,
they've fought more recently than that.
They have not. No, I'm telling you.
Oh, true. My timeline of events was based on a fight he did with Cowboy Cerrone,
Yeah.
which is not Khabib.
Definitely not. But no, that's the last one that's what I stopped being fully invested in UFC. Because that was a good 3-4 year period where I was heavy into it.
What got you into it then? Because I feel like it's bigger now than it was back in 2018.
It was probably the Joe Rogan. It was probably Joe Rogan talking about it on his thing. I'm like, I recognise him from somewhere. Because my brother's the one who got me onto that podcast. I'm like, hey, he's a UFC commentator. I wouldn't even bother listening. But no, it was him talking about it. And then I'm like, oh, I want to learn a bit about this. It's just so complex to learn.
So many intricacies behind
Just,
it.
you kind of need to have done a martial art growing up to just understand kind of what's going on and to have any
everyone's doing a martial arts now.
It seems like there's a lot more people.
Everyone wants to. Everyone
wants to do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You want to be careful who you pick fights with in the valley.
You gotta be careful.
They could have any kind of training. That's like...
Imagine if Joe Rogan had a stake in just the jiu-jitsu... The people doing jiu-jitsu.
He probably does. He has a good mate who's one of the... was it Eddie Bravo's like his own style of jiu-jitsu that's like dominant for a period there. Like there's so many intricacies to martial arts that I respect but I have no idea about because I played soccer growing up.
And I think it's hard to understand as well as from someone who's never actually done it before.
Yeah. You've never had your ass kicked properly.
Well, I have done a couple of rolls on the jiu-jitsu mats, and it's humbling as fuck.
Yeah.
Because you realise how close you are to suffocating, having your shoulder or knee dislocated. And you're like, oh, this is what that feels like. And it's like, oh, thank you for not...
Yeah, thank you for not killing me.
Yeah.
I'm not picking fights. I'm a calmer person now.
Yeah.
I imagine you just be like...
But you're so unsuspecting of the person that puts you in the most horrendous position as well. And you're like, okay, I've got to be careful with people that don't look like a fighter now too.
Would you just went to a...
This was at UQ at the uni. They were doing it pretty cheap. And one of my mates, we just went rolling. And it was when I started Muscle Nation because they were like 4 p.m. classes, and Andy was like, no, you're not going.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was it. But no, it's brutal. And I remember there was one session where I was meant to be rolling with a guy who I thought I was better than, and he had me. There was no way that I was better than him or anything like that. And I'd been doing it for like 2-3 weeks. But I was so angry that whole day, the fact that I was just so bad.
Yeah.
And the fact that he just had me in every which way.
There's nothing you can do except work your ass off and just dedicate time to it to then eventually be better than. But at the moment, he just got you.
Yeah.
He just got you.
But no, it was just, fuck. God damn it, he's got me.
You need those humbling experiences. If you're an aggressive person, you need a humble experience like that where it's just going to be like, yeah, I did this to the wrong person. I'm going to get fucked up here.
It was always the person who you didn't think would fuck you up.
Yeah, just a quiet person. Just like, don't mess with people. Like, don't even fucking try and fight me. Like, just calm. You never know what anyone out there can do.
100%.
That jiu-jitsu is a scary one too, because a lot of nerdy people, like, nerdy-looking people love it because it's meant to be really technical and really, like, it's like chess, but with really bad consequences if you lose.
Very bad.
Yeah.
And there's so much impact on those 3 taps that you put on their knee, their shoulder, or the mat, that if they don't see, hear, listen, or decide to ignore, you're fucked.
Yeah, it's terrifying because everyone ends up with like black back issues or
it's
knee problems.
It's like being held a gun at your chest and you're just saying, don't shoot.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah, please don't
I literally
shoot.
Can't do anything to
there's
stop
nothing
you
I can do in this
me.
situation.
You have to be gracious.
Because if you could do something in that situation, you take the gun out of your hand, you'd get out of that position where they've got you by the neck.
Yeah.
But you tried that already, and they got you there.
Yeah, it just got tighter. Like, oh my god, this hurts more. No, it's we need to learn to do it. I think we need to start doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, my self-defense isn't great.
Yeah, like what's gonna happen? What do you do? Like that kind of situation arises. You hope you clock an elbow on them. Lucky you just get lucky.
I just hope I can run away.
You get one hit. No, you just have to be real lucky with.
I just run.
You're pretty.
Well,
quick.
I'd save myself.
You're pretty quick. If you can outrun them, you're probably all right. But when you're in a house like this, like you just
You don't have much of a
nowhere to
chance.
just don't
Well,
pick
could you
fights,
run
kids.
through a window? Like, if you had to save time opening up a door, could you, like, barge? That's something I really want to try.
You think you would?
I wonder, like, I think at some pace or some impact, you probably could run through a window. But, like, how hard do you need to be? And I imagine, I've thought about it, you probably need to buckle in and sort of cannonball yourself
For sure, you
to
would need.
increase that point of impact. Because you can't just hit it, like, over a big center of... over a big surface
Yeah,
area.
you gotta-
You got to make that center of impact poignant.
And it needs to be a firm part of your body. Like, you probably have to go head first. If you don't cannonball, like, your skull's probably like your best chance of breaking through. I don't think you get the leverage in like a knee or something like that. Like you, how would you? I don't think I could do it. I don't think it's
If we
any
wore a
situation.
helmet and some layer under our helmet just to make sure that no glass gets into our head, do you reckon we could make it?
I wouldn't do it, but
I really
I
want to
think
do
you
it.
could probably run. No, but see, the ones they use in those movies, it's like sugar glass or something like that, where it crumbles
fake.
on impact.
Yeah. But
That
we're
window-
talking about like a real life situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I would have the.
I really
I'd be
back
worried about
myself.
looking like an idiot in front of the person who's trying to kill me. You know, I'd be like, oh,
But you got to try.
no,
You got to try.
fuck that. Just take me. I'm not even running into the window. That's bullshit.
Like I'm looking that window there. I reckon I could probably back myself.
I honestly, you probably could. I think you would do it.
Like I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah, I think you could do it. I think you could run out a window. I wouldn't do it, but I think you could do it. I think you should do it. Luke, run
I
through.
think I should.
I reckon if anyone can do it, Luke.
It's probably me.
It's you, man.
probably me.
But until you do it, it's only going to be he probably can do it. You know what I mean?
No, I
I
think
don't
I
want
got
to put the
it.
idea in your head to something crazy like that, but
It's
you
already
should
in my
probably,
head.
You should probably do it.
It's manifesting.
Just think on it, meditate on it, and you'll come to the right conclusion. If you meditate on it, though, I'm pretty sure you can run through anything. If you just...
I think even like
Manifest it, bro.
a double-layered brick wall.
Yeah, 100%. Concrete, anything.
Yeah, I
If
think
you
it actually...
just-
Thou who manifests can do anything.
Yeah, because when you manifest, you're like... Everything's just matter, right? So you just... Small little gaps in all matter. So if you manifest enough, you thread through those gaps. It's pretty crazy, man. I reckon you should try it.
I mean, I'll probably do it.
Yeah, honestly, you'd do it. If anyone would.
I actually really want to try.
I know
How's
you
the
do.
safe way to
It's-
do it without ensuring your back doesn't get cut up?
There is none. Sugar glass.
But surely there's
Sorry,
a suit,
sugar glass is the
surely
safe way to
there's
do
a
it.
suit you can wear, almost like a wetsuit, that just covers you completely. You'd put eye and
You
ear
can protect
covers
yourself
over.
from the glass. I'm worried about the concussion.
No, I wouldn't get concussed. I reckon my shoulder.
Bar
I reckon if I just
I
shoulder... Yeah.
don't even think you could run through a door, to be honest. I don't think you could do it.
A door, I think, it'd be a lot harder to break through.
It depends.
'Cause it's also
if it's the way it
plugged.
actually
A door-
opens, I reckon you could do it quite easy. But
But
against
it's still...
the way it
A
opens,
door's still plugged into a wall. You've still got a lock that goes into the door. It's a deadlock.
but if you go in the way that the door naturally opens, I think you'd be alright. If you're going against that, I don't back you.
I think a window is easier than...
You reckon a window? Ugh. Look, I think you should try it.
Think about how thick a door is versus a window. Think about the fact that a door actually has something that goes into the adjacent wall.
I understand what you're saying, but I think that's not that. It's just a bit of plaster or whatever this is.
Drywall.
Drywall. It's keeping it in.
I love punching drywall.
Have you punched drywall? What are you?
I actually have.
What was that? What was it? Just renovating a house or something?
Yeah.
Just like it's clean it up.
Yeah. I was like 5 or 6 and we were renovating a home and Mum goes, oh, okay, you can draw on the walls and paint the walls because the builders are going to do it tomorrow. So we just start throwing cricket balls at the wall.
Did you actually hit it though? You actually just tried to punch through
Punch it. I think I would have.
it? Yeah.
I don't actually remember, but I can't imagine like a 7-year-old me not punching it.
Yeah. Fit of anger would make you want to punch it sometimes,
Yeah.
I guess. But that's punching drywall.
I love punching drywall.
Fucking just, I don't think you can elbow through it though.
Yeah.
Elbow
that'd be
easy. Yeah, man.
That'd be so easy. The glass is the next one to try.
We need to break shit. We don't break enough things, probably. You break shakers, I break shakers like that.
I think happiness comes from breaking things.
It definitely helps. There's definitely some kind of release and just like, all right, Let's hit a drywall.
Maybe that should be my career, breaker.
Yeah, you got to make a lot of money that way. I think a lot of people are interested.
But on YouTube, if you can make a video that slaps.
You like that guy, who is it? That guy who's just jumps into like barbed wire and shit. There's someone who does that. I don't even know who he is, but there's some random weird looking guy that just jumps into.
I don't know. I don't
That's
think I can
kind of what
beat
you want
barbed
to do,
wire.
run through a wall.
I think glass is easier and different.
I'm gonna cut this shit.
Well, the purpose is to actually get through something, not just land in a pit of shards.
But think about it. You go through that. It doesn't break fully. You cut your leg open. Like, you cook.
Well, no, I would hope to cover myself in a way that I'm not going to get cut. And I think I'll probably get through it.
You need that old school, like, night crap. What is it? The
the metal.
Yeah.
The metal mesh, yeah.
Oh, there goes the fucking table.
Timber.
That's what you should have. That'll protect you. But then that's cheating, because that's so solid. You'd probably...
I don't think it's cheating. Oh, but you sort of want your shoulder, the pointy part of your shoulder, to get through there. I wonder.
Look, man, I back you, but I don't think you'll do it.
I'm going to start measuring it up.
Yeah, you are. You've got the idea now, so... Renovate a
There's
house,
definitely windows in my home, like, that I'm definitely able to go through. I've sussed it out.
I think these ones are too solid for you. I don't think you got it. Yeah.
No, see, that sort of window I think I can go through.
It's too small. A bigger window, if that whole thing was a window, I reckon you get through it.
You know
But
what
it's too
scares me about that
concentrated.
window is the fact that you've got the security screens. I don't think I'm getting through that.
No.
I think I'll just rebound off like a
The
trampoline.
security screens, yeah. They should keep you out.
Yeah, that's the purpose. But I think that style of glass isn't enough to keep me out.
Fucking hell.
I don't think you can keep me out.
What are you trying to say, mate? Go. Oh, it's time for you to leave. It's time for you to leave.
But no, some places I'm like, this glass I can just go through.
It's so interesting that you think that, though. Like, that crosses your mind. Like,
It's like an escape.
I was gonna say,
Like
you
how
have an
can
escape
I
plan when you enter a
fantasize
room.
escapes?
You're one of those SAS guys or whatever. Yeah. Every time I walk into a room of a
Yeah.
situation, I can go my exit strategy. Shut up. You're at a party. Just relax, mate. There's a door there. Go out that way, maybe. I don't know. Ugh.
That's true. Anyway, thanks for tuning into this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell
Hit it.
notification. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.